The lead tractor is a 1953 Farmall Cooper M with a homemade loader and ARP half track. The second tractor in line there is a 1953 Farmall Cooper H, owned and restored by Copac Farmall, shown and restored in memory of Elmer Junkman of Evan, Michigan. Then there's a 1941 Farmall H, owned and restored by Copac Farmall. Then a 1936 Farmall F12, owned and restored by Copac Farmall, shown and restored in memory of Helen Van Boris from Chatham, Michigan. And at the end of that train, they're pulling a late model 1900s Farmall wagon that was built and made into a people mover and a freight wagon. And it's also hauling some new iron and antiques. Then we have a 1948 Farmall Cub owned by Ollie McColpack. Then a 1953 Farmall Cub owned by William Colpack. Then we have a 1948 Alice Chalmers C, owned by Jeff Parsons from Annieville, Wisconsin. Then we have Kevin Gould from Bark River on a 1982 Alice Chalmers T816. It was owned by his grandpa. Then we have Bob Willis from Escanaba driving a 1935. Well, this is wrong. He's driving his car, but it's listed as a 1935 case. Then we have a 1940 Farmall A that is owned by Copac Farmalls. Then we have a 1967 Farmall 706 gas, also owned by Copac Farmalls. Then we have Brad Scott from Brodhead, Wisconsin with his family, and they are driving a 1944 Oliver 60 row crop. Then we have the beautiful Gina Wilson on her 1937 John Deere A. And we got Neil Wilson driving a 1936 John Deere B. Then we have Jim Anderson in a 1907 Stanley Steamer, model EX10, 10 horsepower. The last restoration on that car was done in 1964. Then we have Patrick Hani from Perrinville, 1937, McCormick Gearing, 1020. Another one owned by Patrick from Perrinville, a 1947, McCormick W9. Dean Guarneri from Perrinville, a 1960 John Deere Standard 730. Another one owned by Dean. It's a 1958 John Deere 520. Then it looks like we got a couple coming through there that didn't come down here to line up and get their grade numbers, so I'm not quite sure what's coming through right there. I'm waiting for my spotter. Then we've got Bennett Paholic from Manistee, a 1963 Rug lawnmower used by his grandpa. Then we have Don Frederick from Rexton, Michigan on a 1948 Farmall Cub. That just came out of the barn after sitting for 27 years. That's towing a 1924 7-horse economy engine. Gruber from Menominee, 1949 John Deere V. Then we've got, looks like we got quite a few John Deeres owned by Ed Brandquist from Wilson. The first one you're going to see is the 1959 John Deere 730. Another one owned by Ed Brandquist is the 1959 John Deere 630. If you get a chance, check out Ed's beautiful collection of John Deeres down there by the beach barn. Can't miss them. Then we have Bill Reed from Manistee. Life of this started as a 1971 U.S. Forest Service one-ton truck. Bob and Frida St. John from Bark River, 1946 John Deere LI. St. John from Bark River, a 1940 John Deere Model L. Then we have Mike Atten, all the way from Midland, Michigan. He brought us up to 1942 Farmall H. Then we have Tim Trevelyan. He's all the way from Scandia. That's where I'm from. Tim is pretty close to being a neighbor. He's driving a 1941 Farmall B. Looks like we have some more here that are coming around the corner that just jumped in. So I won't have their information for them. We'll get caught back up here in a little bit. All right. One of them that just went through was owned by Linsmeyers at Minneapolis Marine Uni with a bale attachment. Then we've got John Kirkwin from Gladstone, 1953 Farmall Super C. Then he also has a 1947 Farmall B. Bob Myers from Gladstone, 1949 John Deere Model B. Jim, can't read his last name, he's from Munising, 1958 Minneapolis Marine 5-star. Scott Mellon from Christmas, Michigan, 1942 Case BC. Chalmers coming through there, but I don't have numbers on them, so I won't be able to announce them until we get caught back up. Part of that Alice Chalmers is owned by Harold Hardig from Gladstone. It's a 1953 Alice Chalmers WD. Then we have Rainer Johnson on a 1940 Ford Ferguson 9N. Another one by Rainer is a 1955 Ford 860. bulldozer going through, but I don't have any information on it. It jumped in there. Pretty sure that's the dozer that's owned by Nick Winsmeyer. Then we have Alan Bird on a 1940 Farmall 8. There's the land to be the first tractor sold in Menominee County. Henry Wagner from Watson on a 1950 John Deere G. Then we have a 1961 Farmall 460. That tractor is retired, and that is owned by Christine Brandt from Bryant, Wisconsin. Her son Jason is driving. Then we have a 1948 Farmall H owned by Christine Brandt from Bryant, Wisconsin. Her grandson Sawyer is driving that one. Then her granddaughter Ashton Elva, she is driving a 1981 white 1155 garden tractor. Then we have Chad Brandt from Fremont, Wisconsin. Chad is driving a 1953 Farmall Super M. Ferguson that jumped in the crowd there. I don't know, no number on that one. Skip defer on his Rumley oil pull. Then we've got part of the Boudreau family, a 250 Yardman lawnmower. Another one of the Boudreau family from Daggett, Cub Cadet lawnmower. Tim Casey from Escanaba, 1948, Farmall C. From Sanford, Michigan, and a 1913 Case steam engine. And it looks like we've got some of the little Winsmeyer kids. They're driving a 1964 Wheelhorse 604, and it says Simplicity 1967 Landlord. And it's looking like that might be wrapping up our parade for the day. We hope you enjoyed it. Please feel free to go visit some of our vendors out there in the flea market. sure you visit the village. Make sure you stop at the Red Barn. Check out the guys that play there from the Dallas Chalmers of Yesteryear Club from Lena Wisconsin.